I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? Okay, so look, we have a wonderful guest on the show today. Something different, something that we really, truly never have done before. And I think you guys are going to like it because I'm kind of on that pathway to this kind of stuff too. You'll find out what it is in a second. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. So there's a controversy with this next thing. It's called hemp. There are hemp clothing, hemp shoes. I think there's hemp food, and there's hemp everywhere. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about hemp and hemp and hemp. All right, with our guest, please tell everybody who you are and what you do, please.
Thank you, Yaya, for having me. My name is Mackenzie Whalen, and I am with E1011 Labs. So we are also doing something very exciting and very cool with hemp. And to add on a little bit of what you mentioned earlier, there's actually an airplane made entirely out of hemp.
What you
I know, I
talking
didn't believe it.
about? Oh my gosh.
So go look that up if you're curious.
Wow, air. How did they do that? Like, it's a flying weed. Or a flying plant. I have to look that up. You're going to have to. So tell everybody how you got involved with that while I look this up.
Absolutely. So it all started from just me, myself, seeing a lot of people using CBD. There's been a huge explosion in CBD. It's everywhere, in your favorite coffee shop, in your favorite gym. You're buying clothes made out of it, shoes made out of it, etc. But what I realized was there was an inefficiency in the way that hemp products were being made and also being consumed. So now we see on the market a lot of products that have 1,000 milligrams of hemp, of CBD. They have 1,000 milligrams of this, of that. And it's topical. So topical meaning you put it on top of your skin, or it's sublingual, meaning that you take the dropper, the tincture, you put it under your tongue, and you hold it there for 30 seconds before you swallow it. So these are two of the most popular ways to ingest CBD or hemp. And with that, there's also gummies where you just eat those like normal gummies and they contain CBD. The issue with all of these other intake methods would mainly be bioavailability and biodelivery. Bioavailability means the amount of substance that can actually be absorbed by your body. So when you eat something, the CBD needs to go all the way through your digestive tract in order for your body to actually intake it. And out of that, not all of the CBD that you're ingesting actually goes into your bloodstream. So biodelivery talks about the speed at which it enters your bloodstream. When you need to go through all these different parts of your body in order for it to enter your bloodstream, it takes a lot longer. So that's where our product comes in, where it's not smoking, unlike smoking a joint, rolling it up, lighting it on fire, and smoking it. Instead, we have an innovative device called the Elon. Just printed back here, Elon, if you can see that. And
yeah,
then, we got it. Okay, thank you, Yaya. And they come with these things called what we call stems, because on the end of every stem is a flower or a leaf. And these are our stems. We have one in Uplift and one in Relax. And essentially, these are just filled, jam-packed, filled with premium sun-grown hemp flower. And you take these cartridges, you insert it into the device, and where the magic truly happens is rather than burning this flower and inhaling smoke and tar, we heat up the flower to just the right temperature for it to activate all of the good benefits within the flower, such as terpenes, etc. And then this allows your body to inhale this and take it in quicker, and it's also cleaner than other methods. So that's the gist, Yaya.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, because I mean, I've seen out there, I've seen those. What is it? The what are they called? I don't smoke. I don't do any of those. But you know those things that the smoke comes out of it, but it's really not smoke.
Oh, like
Is
a
it the negative, like the vape, the vape.
Okay.
I've seen, okay, the vape. I am getting old here, okay? The vape. I've seen the vape. Is this something like a vape?
So generally, vapes are made with oil, And I don't know if you heard, this wasn't that big, but around a year and a half ago, a lot of people were suffering from lung diseases, and they actually chalked it down to this vape oil containing vitamin E acetate. And vitamin E acetate is something that's used during the extraction process of taking the cannabinoids and terpenes, all the active substances out of the flower. So when they use these other harsh, harmful chemicals or do not have proper processes, it ends up harming the end consumer. You are breathing in heavy metals, you're breathing in vitamin E acetate, things that really aren't good for you. So with flower, we're just taking what nature has to offer, premium sun-grown hemp flower, and putting it into pre-dosed cartridges, which allows you to know exactly, oh, I'm taking this much at one time. I'm doing 4 today. I'm doing 5 today. So you know that it's a consistent amount. But on top of that, it's a natural process. We just take the flower and pre-package it for you. So that's the difference between the vapes and us.
Wow. Okay, so hemp and this whole thing. Before we get into that, I freaking found the plane made from hemp. I'm gonna put that up. Do you see that?
Wow.
That plane is entirely made from hemp. A Canadian cannabis company, Hemp Earth, has designed the world's first airplane that is made from and powered by cannabis. The primary material used is hemp. Can you believe this? We are living in a hemp world. I can't believe that. That is amazing. So, I mean, I didn't not believe you or anything. I just had to go see it for myself. I mean,
I didn't believe you when I first saw it.
I thought it was going to be green. I'm just. It's a hemp plant. I never go figure. Anyway, so okay, so let's go back to what you were talking about. Are there any health benefactories or any beneficial health, like maybe cancer patients can use this? I mean, what does it do for the end user?
So for the end user, there are actually many benefits that still need to be properly studied. You will see we're not one of those companies. Unfortunately, the research into CBD has not been, there haven't been any clinical trials and enough studies for us to be able to decisively say it can do this, this, and that. So anecdotal evidence has been absolutely overwhelming. You'll hear all of these crazy stories, whether it be from cancer patients to people with epilepsy to endometriosis. All of these things have been supposedly solved with CBD. However, there isn't any clinical studies that can back this. Currently, the only FDA-approved CBD product is called Epidiolex. And Epidiolex is meant for epileptics to help them with their seizures. So that's the only one thing that the FDA has approved. Everyone else, our consumers tell us so many things about all the wonderful benefits, but unfortunately, we cannot come out and say those things without a warning letter from the FDA. So all we can do is let consumers talk to each other. If it's helpful for you, share. If it's not, share with us, give us feedback. We love learning of how we can make our product better.
Now, I want to go ahead and say, if you're watching this video and you've already tried this or you've tried something like this, let us know what it's done for you in the comments below. I'd really like to know. I mean, I think people do need to know. Word of mouth is really big. And even though the FDA can't come out and say, well, you can't come out and say because of the restriction, you guys can talk as much as you want. Wow. Okay. So what got you involved with all of this? I mean, how did you know you wanted to be a part of this?
So I used to be a smoker. I used to be quite a serious chain smoker. And it came to a point where I realized tobacco itself was doing nothing for me. There were absolutely no benefits of it. It's terrible. My teeth, my nails, everything. I saw the deterioration that came from it. I could feel it in my lungs. And a lot of people, they say when you have an addiction to smoking, it's not just the feeling of the nicotine, it's also just a mouth hand addiction where you are addicted to this motion. And that's where this kind of also came in. I was initially just a huge fan of the product itself and the way that it mimics the feeling of it, it mimics the action, yet you're getting rid of all the pyrolytic toxins, all of the tar. There's no ashing. I used to get ash everywhere. I would smoke inside. It's terrible. It sticks to your walls. So that was really the start. I was like, we have such powerful technology now that it can be adapted to make our lives better and to change our habits and switch them out for better habits, healthier habits.
So you switched your chain smoking. Are you still a chain for that though? I mean, have you calmed down since then? Has that helped you to kind of maybe calm down a little bit? And you said you feel different in your lungs. Tell me about that.
So I was coughing up some really gnarly things towards the end of when I was a smoker. It was just gnarly. And after this, I don't know if you've seen Michael Phelps with the bong and the smoking the weed and everything. So I don't know if you seen that.
No. Maybe it's better I don't see it.
Michael Phelps, there was a moment where that was everywhere all over the internet. And he was claiming, oh, this increases my lung capacity, this and that. I was like, really? I never knew that smoking anything could do that, but he's an Olympic swimmer. So, there must be something to it. But I certainly did feel, I would say, less of the nasty buildup in my lungs compared to before. And to answer your question about chain smoking, no, I wouldn't say that. The way that this is designed, they last for 3-minute sessions. So we're also trying to embody mindfulness into this, where you aren't just, oh, whenever you feel like it, you do it. No, we want you to take a moment, take 3 minutes of time, set that time aside for yourself. Have a moment of peace, of quiet, of calm, relaxation, and enjoy this flower, not just a motion that you're doing because you're doing it, but to have a moment for yourself.
It's important that what you've done, you've switched over from being a smoker to actually using the product that you're endorsing today, and people really want to see people who are genuine in their plight to get other people to use this product. Your journey so far has been inspirational. Have you seen any health benefits for yourself as you use this product?
For myself, I'd say I'm more relaxed. I'm definitely a high-strung person that is just go, 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 go all day. And I think that we forget often to just sit back and be mindful of where we are, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and reconnect with ourselves. There's so much, like our phones are buzzing all the time. We're getting pings on our computer, I don't believe that there should be so much stimulus for a person all the time. So by having this, I see the benefit of, I'm going to take 3 minutes to myself. I'm going to relax. I'm going to think about what I've done today and what I hope to accomplish in the rest of the day.
Now, you said that you were coughing up some gnarly stuff. Do you cough up anything now? And your skin and your body? And I mean, has that all changed for you since then, since you've changed over?
I would say most drastically, I've seen it in my nails and my teeth. So that was the biggest difference. My teeth aren't the whitest, but I saw the shade coming back. So it's less and less with that tar, that film over it, and same with the nails. I feel like, and the smell, you can't really get rid of the smell of cigarettes. Back when I was smoking, I would sometimes wear gloves, just so my hands didn't have that stench all day. So it gets to a point where you kind of sit back and look at your addiction, where it's like, I'm going a little crazy right now. I'm wearing gloves out in the middle of winter, shivering outside just for the cigarette. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't want to do that either. I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, definitely. So what would be, what is your favorite? Do you have different tastes, different, ones that you sell?
Absolutely. We have the Uplift and the Relax. I personally Uplift for the mornings, just to get you going, have it with your coffee so you don't have the post coffee jitters and be, shaking in your chair all day. And then the Relax closer towards nighttime. When I'm opening up my book, I want to take a moment for myself, read, and relax. So I think that both, they kind of taste a little bit different because of the different terpenes that actually boost the benefits. So terpenes, it's a mixture of aromatherapy benefits, but also intaking them also causes these effects, such as I think there's beta they're really hard to pronounce, beta carotene, and that can help actually with pain relief. And it's been known just even as an aromatherapy, it helps with that, but also intaking it helps with that.
Awesome, awesome. And let me ask you a question. So many people get cannabis mixed up with hemp. What's the difference?
So I love this question. I absolutely adore. Thank you, Yaya, for asking this question. So the difference between cannabis and hemp, officially, it occurred from the 2018 Farm Bill. With the 2018 Farm Bill, the federal government came together and decided on a threshold of Delta-9 THC. So anything under that threshold is hemp. Anything over that threshold is cannabis, is marijuana. So that threshold is set at 0.3% Delta-9 THC. Anything below that is hemp because it's non-intoxicating. So with that, anything above it, above 0.3% Delta-9 THC, that's where you might feel a high. And that is the ultimate difference between the two plants. They are the same plant, but they differ in the Delta-9 component.
I like that. Yeah, definitely. So we're not endorsing cannabis on this show. We're actually endorsing something that's been out for a very long time, hemp. And like I said before, you can get it in clothing, you can get it pretty much everywhere. And now you can get it in almost like a similar kind of a vape kind of thing, huh? I mean, is it kind of similar to it or no?
It's similar to it in the sense that you inhale. I would say that's the only similarity. We're by far more natural, by far preserving the plant and not taking the plant through a man-made process. And during that man-made process, there can be errors that can actually be fatal. So that being the greatest difference, because we believe that all good things stem from Earth. Mother Nature truly knows best, rather than taking the plant, extracting out all the compounds, rebuilding it into a liquid form with, sometimes man-made additives. Instead, we just take the plant as it naturally is with all of the different cannabinoids and terpenes within it, because there's also something called an entourage effect. All of these different elements within the plant work together to boost the overall benefits together. So when you just extract only CBD, so if you just take CBD oil and you're just vaping CBD oil, it's actually less effective than something that's full spectrum. Full spectrum just means it contains all of the naturally occurring cannabinoids within the plant.
Mm, mm, mm. Wow. Wow. That's a lot to handle, but knowing that this is something that's natural and maybe even an alternative to smoking, I mean, would you be the next person to try this? How can people get this? I know I've been putting your website up there. It's E1011labs.com, right? So it's E1011 labs.com. Just for those people who are listening to us on the radio, it'll be in the description box below. I want to thank you so much for being on the show. When you think about where you're at today, what kind of advice and what kind of mentorship would you give to the person listening to you trying to get off cigarettes?
I would say it's certainly possible. And the first step is just realizing the issue at hand and realizing why you want to quit. And that's more important than anything else.
Mm-hmm. And did we miss anything that you wanted to talk about today?
No, not at all, Yaya. Thank you so much for having me. And I hope that we can send you some CBD for you to try.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine me trying CBD? I've never done that before. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know. Now you got me all curious.
Yeah, we would love to hear your feedback. I want
Okay.
to see.
Wow. So if you guys want me to try this, you need to comment in the section below and say yes or no. So you're going to have to be interactive with this. Do you want me to try this cannabis? And which one do you want me to try? So tell the people one more time which ones it is. Which
Yes,
one?
we have the Uplift and then the Relax. So let's see which one.
Which one do you want me to try? Oh
I
my
vote
God.
for both. So maybe we have some people that want to
So
vote.
both? Okay, so if you do send me both, then I'll gift one. So whoever's here listening to this, you have to actually comment in the section below, and then I will run a competition and see, and I'll pick at random, and I'll send you the one I don't try. That way it won't be like with my mouth on it or anything.
Amazing.
Well, okay, thank you so much
Yeah,
for being
thank you
on the
so
show.
much.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio. And wow, okay, it looks like I might be, I don't know. It depends on if you're going to respond or not. Okay, so you guys got to respond. But until next time, don't forget to dare to be different. I think I'm a little nervous, guys. Okay.
I did to be different. I did.